For thousands of parsecs, space lay quiet, too quiet for an old galaxy built on conquest, betrayal, uneasy alliances, and the slow grinding of empires against empires. The High Council believed this silence meant peace. In their crystalline throne world of Lysara Prime, its towers carved from living quartz, its sky shimmering with nebular shields, they convinced themselves that history had reached its final, stable form. Every threat they once feared had faded. Every rival they once battled had conceded. Every mystery they once chased had become a comfortable myth, including humanity. The Council archives listed humans as extinct by attrition, a polite euphemism for forgotten genocide. No one admitted responsibility. No one remembered the final battles clearly. No one wanted to, so humanity became a whisper, an artifact, a footnote, until the moment the stars themselves changed. It began with a tremor, a pulse that cut across the void, not like a message, but like something awakening. The pulse was impossibly old and impossibly precise. It bypassed communications arrays, ignored encryption protocols, and threaded itself through the underlying lattice of subspace like a key sliding into a lock that had not been touched in centuries. The throne world shook. Moons drifted off course by millimeters. Star forges hiccuped, their plasma rivers stuttering. The pulse hit again, then a third time. And every time, the same ancient forbidden identifier appeared on the galactic-wide spectrum, the council chamber erupted in terror and denial. Holograms flickered, delegates shouted. Species older than the Empire itself recoiled with instinctive fear. For them, humans were not lost. They were buried. A closed chapter. A vanished threat. A species whose rage burned too bright for too short a time. But the signals said otherwise. Then space tore open. Not with an explosion, but like fabric pulled aside to reveal a storm behind it. Gravitational currents twisted into spirals. Moons trembled. Atmospheric tides surged. Every scanning system in the system screamed with warnings normally reserved for star collapses. A shadow appeared, large, dark, cold. At first, the Council assumed it was a comet, then an asteroid, then a rogue station. Then, simultaneously, across every sensor, the truth struck like a hammer. A dreadnought, human-built, human-marked, human-returned. It blotted out starlight as it moved, not because of its size, though it dwarfed every flagship in the Council's fleets, but because its hull bent light itself, swallowing photons, as if space wanted to hide it. Its surface wasn't metal, it flowed gently like molten midnight. Gleaming veins of condensed gravity pulsed across it like the heartbeat of a sleeping god. When it stopped beyond Lysara Prime's third moon, the galaxy felt it, not through sensors, but through instinct, through pressure, through the primitive fear that evolution hides in bone marrow. The Council chamber dimmed, screens froze, every star map pulsed red. Fatal error, fatal error. Before panic reached fever pitch, the ship spoke, audio only. No hologram, no visual data, just a voice. Human, calm, measured, a steel blade wrapped in velvet. This is Commander Cade Arison of the Terran Remnant. We never died. You simply stopped looking far enough. The chamber fell silent. Older species trembled with recognition of something they had prayed never to hear again. The cold clarity of a human commander addressing the galaxy. Cade continued, his voice echoing through every relay, amplifier, and relay satellite. You believed the collapse consumed us. You believed the void erased us. You believed our silence meant defeat. But the dark teaches resilience. The abyss teaches patience. As his final word echoed, the dreadnought unfolded, not physically, but dimensionally metallic wings of living matter rising like titan shadows. And then the void lit up. Dozens of wormholes burst open behind the dreadnought, spiraling gateways stabilized by forces the Council could not calculate. From them emerged shapes that defied classification. Colossal arrowhead cruisers with hulls made of compressed stardust. Organic mech forms breathing sapphire fire. Stealth corvettes shimmering between dimensions, sphere ships orbiting artificial miniature suns, sightless titans drifting with inertial silence, planetoid carriers housing entire artificial ecosystems, all marked with a single symbol, the white line and broken circle. The Earth Vanguard Sigil. The chamber erupted again. Some delegates collapsed. Some fled. Some ordered evacuation. Some demanded immediate attack orders. But no fleet moved, no weapon charged, no AI responded. Every system attached to the throne world had already begun to bend, subtly, silently, to a new physics emerging around the remnant fleet. Cade spoke again, unbothered by the hysteria. "We come not for conquest, but for balance. The galaxy has rotted in our absence." A projection widened behind the dreadnought, a map of the galaxy overlaid with centuries of hidden wars, secret purges, suppressed rebellions, and atrocities buried by the Council. Every species watched their darkest sins exposed in luminous clarity. Every crime, every betrayal, every silent genocide. Cade's tone hardened. Humanity remembers the collapse. We remember who pushed us into the dark. We remember who closed the gates behind us. The chamber froze as the projection shifted to the final days of the collapse. The betrayal, the alliances broken, the fleets abandoned, the worlds bombarded. Species once innocent in the Council's story recoiled as the truth revealed their ancestors' roles. Cade's voice dropped into something ancient, something heavy with centuries of silence. "We do not seek revenge, but we will not tolerate regression." The dreadnought's core awakened a swirling white-gold star heart contained within layered gravity fields. Not a weapon, a judge, a star forge, a data archive, a beacon, a signal, a declaration. The chamber went weightless. The planet's magnetic field inverted. Every moon's orbit stabilized into a perfect harmonic pattern around the dreadnought. Then the map expanded outward past the galaxy's edge, revealing humanity's hidden domain, a chain of artificial suns, Dyson megaspheres humming with engineered auroras, hyper-black citadels drifting in dark space, massive ring worlds illuminated with white-blue fire, entire clusters shaped by human engineering encircling a distant, unknown core. The remnant empire, not extinct, ascended. Cade delivered the verdict of their return. "This galaxy is collapsing under its own corruption. We will restore order. Those who wish to stand with us will rise. Those who choose to resist will be left behind by history itself." Then a tremor rippled through subspace. Something else was coming. Not ships, not fleets. Something larger. A shadow emerged far behind Cade's fleet, something so vast that even the remnant dreadnought dimmed beside it. An ark, a mobile civilization, a megastructure shaped like a drifting continent of light, a construct with oceans, storms, cities, and forests contained within a mobile world shell. Humanity's crown, the Eternum core world. Its silhouette alone shattered every scientific model the Council held sacred. The stars trembled. Not metaphorically, their light literally flickered as the core world's gravitational signature echoed across the void. The chamber shook violently as it arrived. Delegates fell to their knees. The AI mainframe panicked for the first time in its existence. Cade's final message thundered across the galaxy, undeniable as fate itself. "This time, we do not knock. We open the door ourselves." And with that, the Terran remnant began their descent toward the throne world, not as conquerors, not as saviors, but as the force that would rewrite the future of every star. Humanity had returned, and the galaxy would either evolve with them or crumble beneath the weight of a species that refused extinction.